Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So it's good to be back. It's been a few days since I've used the VTuber model. I am officially home from WeebCon, which means I've upgraded from my potato laptop to my potato PC, which is just barely good enough to run VTube Studio. But nonetheless, today we got lots of VTuber related news and drama to cover. A lot of it centering around Nijisanji, who has been taking some massive L's over the past couple of days. Now we begin with former talent Pomu Rainpuff, who graduated from Nijisanji EN about 2 months ago. Now what are they up to? Well, they have returned to their past life account, Made Mint, an account that has been inactive for the last 3 years, and they have made it very clear that this is their return from the Pomu account back to their past life here, Made Mint, and their follower count has essentially tripled or quadrupled in the last 24 hours, and a lot of that has to do with Matara from vshojo. This very popular VTuber is also a former Nijisanji EN talent by the name of Nina Kosaka. Now, they are collaborating on a podcast that they announced yesterday, of course on April 1st, where everything is hard to believe whether it's true or not, because people like to make jokes, but this is a real announcement, a collaboration for this podcast between Mint and Matara, and it's definitely something a lot of people were very excited about. And in their first episode that was shortly released after this announcement, they addressed the very obvious question, will Mint, formerly Pomu, be joining vshojo? And here was their answer to that question.
Okay, I did see this question a lot. I am going to address it. Okay. Is Mint vshojo? No, she is not.
I was gonna talk about that on Thursday, but
sorry. I'm seeing so many questions, and I figured, please, I'm sorry for jumping.
No, it's okay. It's no problem at all. Basically, this is just us kind of having fun together. vshojo will be helping with some of the stuff because Matara.
I'm
is
a part of it.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna be my little minty self. Yeah. So. I'm just me.
So despite the pretty clear answer that is provided to that question, a lot of people still aren't convinced because of this collaboration, and also the fact that vshojo often serves as the retirement home for a lot of other agency VTubers who have graduated from places like Hololive or Nijisanji, so they're holding out hope that maybe she is joining vshojo. At the very least, we know there is this collaboration podcast between Mint and Matara, and they're also going to be showing up as a pair at various conventions coming up in the near future. However, there's also some other announcements from Made Mint, like this one saying April 4th, which a lot of people are assuming is the date of her re-debut stream on this past life account. And also vshojo tweeting out yesterday, big things coming, which of course is open to interpretation. Are they talking about the podcast? Are they talking about a bigger announcement? Who knows? It's kind of hard to tell, but a lot of people are looking into this and trying to make their own guesses and assumptions, but we'll have to wait and find out what they meant from this tweet. So moving forward, it's not a very good look for Nijisanji, right? You have another round, this time 2 more former Nijisanji EN talents moving on to other agencies and an independent career and seemingly thriving. The instant they leave, they seem very, very content. They seem creatively free to do what they want, a lot more than at Nijisanji. And it doesn't reflect well on Nijisanji and their management that these talents seem so much freer and happier and more successful the second they leave, and they have a little more freedom to do what they want and to really bring out the best of their own talent. And Nijisanji, let it be known, they are still struggling, okay? The stock continues to fall. And as Chris has pointed out here, yesterday there was a hilarious event that occurred. So you see at this point on the any color stock, you see this number right here, 2434. You couldn't write this in a script, okay? 2434 is a number sequence that is often used to refer to Nijisanji, because in Japanese, if you sound out this number, it sounds a lot like Nijisanji. So a lot of people use this number when they're referring to Nijisanji, often in a negative way, or they're trying to refer to them as a black company. Typically, it's used when someone is criticizing Nijisanji. So this is very ironic that the stock dropped to this exact number. Now, talking about the financial results, we went over their quarter 3 financial results for 2024. We went over this a couple weeks ago, and it was not good. On the Japanese side, things were looking pretty positive. However, on the EN side, we all knew this wasn't going to be good. In fact, in quarter 3 of 2023 versus quarter 3 of 2024, the revenue of Nijisanji EN dropped by over 40%. And let me make this clear. Quarter 4 didn't begin until February 1st. The termination of Selin was on February 5th. So this was all of the moments leading up to the biggest scandal that this organization has ever seen. So that's really, really bad. We know quarter 4 is going to be a rough one for Nijisanji EN in particular, but they have been trying to cope and assure shareholders that quarter 4 is going to be their biggest quarter of 2024, and they have to do that by making some big moves. And here's one of those big moves. So a few days ago, we saw Nijisanji EN on their official Twitter account announce that Nijisanji EN AR Live is confirmed. This is a huge concert event for them and something a lot of people have been looking forward to. Now, why have people been looking forward to this particular event so much? Well, it was one that was supposed to happen in the past, as pointed out by Rima here, saying, a year and a half ago, the last-minute live event cancellation was the straw that broke the camel's back of Nijisanji's reputation. The talents had flown abroad and had spent spent weeks in practice recording and rehearsals, only to have the event finally canceled due to COVID. Will Nijisanji repair the audience's trust by reintroducing the show, or will it take more than that? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Well, I'll share my thoughts. I don't think it's going too well. Of course, hardcore Nijisanji fans are going to buy tickets to this, of course. But we're seeing some troubles coming out of this, right? There's some important details to note. So excuse the interesting profile picture and name here. This was an April Fool's joke when I took the screenshot. It's Rosemi doing a gender swap as a joke for April Fool's Day, but they say, hi guys, unfortunately a portion of my appearance in the AR Live pastel stage had to be edited out. Of course, you can probably guess one of the reasons is the fact that some of the talents that were involved with that AR Live recording are no longer with the company. And that was something that was also reflected by Petra, who made this tweet, sharing a screenshot saying, as you already know, a portion of the concert had to be edited out in the final footage. Now, of course, like I said, same thing, likely because it involved some former talents. Now, some people, like Flipsy here, have made an observation about the poster promoting this event. So basically what you're looking at here is the original 2023 poster for the original AR Live event. You can see some faces that are no longer with the company, like Pomu. You can also see Nina Kosaka, and of course, Selin Tatsuki. And what do you have when you go to the updated poster? You go from this to this. They simply just edited out the graduated and terminated livers from the EN branch. They just went, whoop. They couldn't even make a new poster. They just deleted the former talents that are no longer with them. Very lazy stuff, and a lot of people don't think that's a very good look, especially given the fact that their reputation is really suffering at the moment. And it's little things like this that tend to make people a little bit upset. And it's like, come on, Nijisanji, like you couldn't have made a unique promotional poster. It's been over a year. And it's a reminder that there's people missing. And that's part of the problem with Nijisanji EN's reputation right now. But moving forward, there's a lot of other reputational problems going on at Nijisanji EN. So we're going to look at Luca Kaneshiro. This man has been facing a lot of controversy over the past couple of weeks as some information about his current role and his past life accounts have been brought to the public. Now, of course, looking at his following count, really besides Vox, he is easily the largest EN male liver in Nijisanji. So what's the deal? Well, we've seen people like Luca, Ren, and Enna mock cancellations and drama and VTuber news and alike with this absolutely golden interaction from about a year ago where they were mocking channels like Kyo and False ID for covering VTuber drama just to see themselves all involved in VTuber drama as a result of defending Nijisanji and their terrible decisions. And now we see Luca at the forefront of some recent drama because of some reports and information shared by this individual right here who claims to be close to Luca both in their current career and their past life. And their name is Raziel Warmonic. Now, they released a Google Doc talking about their experience with Java, the past life account, and Luca. Now, this document is extremely long. It's nearly 100 pages long with receipt after receipt. Now, instead of going through that and spending all this time, I will just direct you to False ID's video. It's over 50 minutes long, going through this whole document. There is a lot in there, okay? I'll put a link to this in the description if you want to check it out. There is a lot, okay? And to give you the very sloppy, too long didn't read version of events here, we have basically a situation where Luca on his past life and current account allegedly does some of the following, making some very inappropriate comments to other people, including the original poster of the Google Doc, making hate accounts and doing weird stuff on there, also being just generally emotionally manipulative and toxic. And also we see that there's some other bullying from within the agency by other livers as reported by this original poster. And also they claim that Nijisanji EN management basically just sat by and did nothing as all of these things unfolded. And on top of that, a lot of the information, if true in this document, would likely break Nijisanji's NDAs in much worse ways than anything that Celine, for example, was accused of doing by management in their termination. And also we see comments like this that the Nijisanji stans are completely ignoring, where on a former account, Luca would allegedly say that trans people make them uncomfortable and pregnant women as well. Well, Luca's mind is going to explode when he finds out how he was birthed, but anyways, these are some interesting comments. And of course, a lot of Nijisanji stans have been report bombing that original Google Doc, which was recently taken down, according to terms of service violations, which is a very vague thing that happens with a lot of Google Docs like this that get mass reported. But of course, Raziel would upload some additional versions, including a PDF version, and also share False ID's coverage of this situation, his long video going over the original Google Doc. And yeah, very toxic situation. But moving on from that mess, let's talk about Hololive, who once again is just winning by making content and not getting themselves into PR nightmares and other forms of drama. So let's talk about Pecora, ladies and gentlemen, very beloved VTuber from Hololive. Well, recently she had an absolute chef's kiss of a stream. This was a collaboration with her own mother. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was a blessed stream. They even made their own VTuber model for Pecora's mother, and it looks absolutely perfect. A lot of people are going feral over this new mother introduced into the Holoverse here, okay? But as you can see from this user, they debuted this new model, and they had over 100,000 consecutive live viewers at some points during the stream, and the super chats were flying. It was an amazing stream, and the banter and some of the interactions between the two was really, really funny. Let's check out a small clip from that.
めっちゃ可愛いペコじゃん、マミーマジで。やばい。ペコーラより
可愛いよね、綺麗でね。
ちょっと待って、ペコーラよりのところにかぶせないでよ。待って、なんか初配信邪魔しないでって言われてんだけどさ、いやもうエイプリルフールですよ皆さん。
ねえ、ペコちゃんそんな怖い声出さないで。右のウサギうるさいな。
それペコーラのことですか？ちょっと
そうですね。
もしかしてペコーラ今邪魔です？ママ、もうペコーラとやりたいやつでゲームって言ってたでしょ？
そうだね。いたいたいたいた。
気をつけ何やってんだよ。
落ちちゃった。これで終わり？
そうだね、これで。
もうじゃあね、今度までにね、一生懸命学習してくるわ。
いやママ、今度なんてないんだよ。あ、そっか。
Yeah, overall, it was a very entertaining stream, to say the least. There's a lot of translated versions of this stream and clips if you want to check out some more. I'll put a link to the one I used in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, really, once again, Hololive winning by basically just making content and not trying to web themselves into drama and having actual management that is taking responsibility and keeping some control within the organization. It just goes to show that Nijisanji could learn a thing or two from Hololive these days. But that's going to do it for this video. A lot of VTuber news and drama that we covered today, and I'm sure it won't be the last. So we're going to be returning to the Nijisanji situation whenever it is once again relevant. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And also, again, thanks for hanging in there the last couple days with no VTuber model. Like I said, I was at WeebCon having an amazing time, by the way. And I didn't have the ability to use VTube Studio on my very, very crappy laptop that can barely handle running a single browser. But that's past now, and we're back home and using up the old VTuber model. And it's good to be home. Got lots of things planned over the next couple of days and weeks. And for now, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. And I'll see you guys next time.